Ready? Hi, my name is Veronica Spigner, CEO of SurgeWallstreetLA, more than a travel business. I am an ambassador for the Los Angeles South Chamber of Commerce. I want to work mostly with nonprofits because nonprofits need a consistent cash flow. Therefore, to help these organizations to take their minds off of always fundraising and to helping them focus more on their mission of service. Our first video about my parent travel company this year annual convention location is to show you that Surge 365 Corporate is first class all the way because we are not your average travel company. Next is Denise Estelle, founder of the nonprofit Honor Thy Father. Denise is in the sponsor position for our second nonprofit, who will be next. Nadia Jefferson, founder of Young Ladies with Potential. Nadia is our fundraiser recipient. A nonprofit helping a nonprofit raise funds while at the same time, a collective group of 39 men helping men will be in position to do likewise and earn income. Our presenter is Dennis Mott. He will show you how our men can go online to book for sporting events, accommodations, car rentals, and so much more. Our second presenter is Clifton Sutton. He will show you how to make some money, followed by a live Q&A, and the next step by me. At 2 p.m., our travel meeting is officially over. So after the meeting speakers are Dexter McLeod, president of the Los Angeles South Chamber of Commerce. And at 2:05 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:05 p.m. is our special guest speaker, and I'm so excited, Dr. George C. Fraser, founder of the Fraser Net and the PowerNetworking Conference. Yeah, is Rhodesia here? Yeah, so Rhodesia's not here. So go ahead, Denise, you next.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Denise Estelle. My organization is called Estelle for Humanity. We are a nonprofit organization, and we produce events that educate. Well, first of all, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, yes.
Okay, very good. Yes, I'm sitting in the car. So we produce events that educate and inspire. And one of the major events that we present is called the Honor Thy Father Awards. And the Honor Thy Father Awards was just presented this past weekend at the Juneteenth Festival in Leimert Park. For the first time, we did it on stage. Ordinarily, we have the Honor Thy Father Awards as a sit-down awards dinner in a hotel, like the Doubletree and also the Proud Bird and a few other hotels we've been at. So anyway, again, we did something different in honor of Juneteenth. So Honor Thy Father basically honors fathers. We make a really, really big deal out of Mother's Day. And so my take or our take is, why not make a big deal out of Father's Day? Fathers have an integral part of the family structure. And so I'm finding out that as I was looking for honorees this year, I just want to say this, as I was looking for honorees this year, surprisingly, there were quite a few men that I know that are excellent fathers, and their families had no participation for them planned on Father's Day. If anything, they may have gotten a tie or a pair of socks. But Honor Thy Father is an extraordinary event where we actually roll out the carpet for the honorees. We have a portion in the show called Words from the Heart, where family and friends talk about what the honoree means to them. And we have it shown at the awards dinner. And we also make it an element of surprise. The honorees have no idea that they're being honored until they arrive to the Honor Thy Father Awards. And some of them are so taken with the love that they start crying. So it's really, really powerful. So I'm really, really happy and excited to say that we are doing God's work. So thank you, Veronica, for the opportunity.
Denise, Nadia's not here. She's the fundraiser recipient, but let's talk about Nadia for about a couple of, a minute or so. And Nadia, she was the first person that I wanted to have as the fundraiser recipient for this wonderful, unique and first ever type of fundraiser. And we met, Nadia, at your Honor Thy Father, event one time
Yes,
with her and
yes,
the wonderful girls. Yeah.
yeah.
Young ladies with potential, what they do is that they have young people as early as 8, I think 8 and up to like 16. And they teach these young girls to, to fill out their potential. And a lot of them stay in school. They don't have to worry about the pregnancy, that type of thing. Otherwise they are teaching morals and whatever too, right? Yeah. So I'm
Right.
so happy. And you see why we have 2-in-1 fundraiser. We're fundraising for Denise Estelle, and you saw the reason why, her wonderful work she's doing, and for Young Ladies Potential. The way it's going to happen, as I stated, Denise is the sponsor within my SurgeWallstreetLA networking side of our business. It is a MLM. Yes, it would be structured like the wonderful business design of multi-level marketing. And so Denise sponsored, and she will have Young Ladies with Potential as a part of her organization. And then the men, the 39 men that we need, they will be a part of this collective whole also. And as they build and grow, they will be having our Young Ladies with Potential earn her 50K. And at the same time, they will be in position to do the same thing. So it's actually really kind of like a 3-in-1 type of fundraiser. So that's where we go with that. So since Medisha is not here with the video, the corporate video, What the Wealthy Know, that is a video from Surge 365 Corporate. We have in our back office as Surge Business Associate. We have all these wonderful videos. So the key to What the Wealthy Know is leverage. Yeah, leverage. In other words, building wealth off of other people's efforts. That's basically what leverage is. And that's basically what multi-level marketing level is. And that's why I love it so much. And this thing that I'm doing is so new that I need men, a group, to beta test. Yeah, beta test. In other words, I need some Abraham versus Dottie Thomas. Abraham are those people who don't mind risk taking, gonna, step out on faith. They don't need to see it done first before they step in. The Dottie Thomas, so he had to wait to see, Jesus nailed print hand before he believed. So it's about believing before it actually happens. And so it's kind of like an experiment. Like I have to prove it. Some companies say that their thing has been proven and tested, right? Well, they had a day one too. They had a time where they were not proven and tested. So this is what we need to do with this one for now. Earning the 50K with Surge 365, 100 memberships within 100 days, that's going to happen. But what I'm doing is having it where you be organized in a manner whereby it would be easier for other people to do it on on an easier basis. So that's what that is. Okay. So we're almost here. Let's go ahead, and it's almost 1:40. And go ahead, Dennis. Dennis is here, our first presenter, and he could give a little introduction to himself. So you got a few minutes at 1:40 to 1:45, Dennis. And Dennis, he's going to talk about how our men, because this is our travel business is about the men in mind. Okay, the men traveling in mind. So Dennis, take it away.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Can you give me the screen, or you can't give me?
Dexter, can you give him the screen? I think he's the one that's in control.
It says host disabled participants. Just have to share the screen. That's all.
Yeah. Is Dexter here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, there we go. All right. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, folks. I'm excited to be here. I just wanted to show the things that we have here with our membership, as we call it. She was telling about our membership, and I'm a guy, I just want to show some of the guys how we like to go to sporting events. We love it. So you have your own Ticketmaster right here. You can go to your site right there, click on the extras, and it goes to Ticketmaster. And you can just put up here if you want to go to Shania Twain. It got in Vegas. You want to go see concerts, you can see concerts. We can do all these things right here at our fingertips. But what I want to show you is, because we have LA, we are right here in LA. So let's go ahead and pull up a LA thing. I was going to pull up Shania Twain, but let me stop that one right quick. Let's go ahead to Ticketmaster, and we'll pull up football. Just put in football and it will come up for you. right here live. Let's type it in for you. Football. Okay, and then just click it and it'll come up right there. All right, slow computer. It's going a little slow, but that's all right. We're still going to get through this. I just want to show you how easy this is to go on and make it happen live. Okay, my internet is a little slow right now, but that's okay. We're going to work it out. It's going and it will come up. It's there. So you look at Ticketmaster and you put football and it comes up 2,380 something thing found. And I like the LA Rams. I should have put the Rams up there because it's going through all kind of football stuff. That's my bad. So we have all the football, no matter where it is in the United States, it will come up. There we go. I was looking for that. Here we go. Rams are right there. You just click on the Rams. And when you click on the Rams, what will happen is all the things will come up for the Rams football. The whole schedule will come up and you can pick out what you want right there online. And you'll be right there going to the games whenever you feel like it. The tickets will tell you exactly where the tickets are, what they cost, and everything else. I'm just going to put this one right here. We got right there, it says August 13th. We got, here's one right here, August 19th. Let's pick out one randomly. See what it is. I should have picked the Chargers because the Chargers and the Rams are right there. I'll pick out a team. It could be any team. And you got the whole season in front of you where you can pick out what you want. It's amazing. And the tickets go from $6 to $350. Whatever you want, you pick out. They'll show you the seating and everything else is loading right now. It's taking a little while. Maybe I got too many things open, but it doesn't make a difference. It's still going to load for you and show you all the tickets that are available. You can pick them, go when you want, where you want, how you want. It's not just NFL. It could be Major League Baseball, NBA, whatever it is, soccer. You see right here, row 19, $6 for the ticket. $6. Go to the Rams game. Not a problem. We want to show you how you can do this anytime, 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pulls out the stadium. You can find your seat, whatever you want, you pick it, and that's what we have right here. That's just one thing. And then also, people also go to wedding registries and stuff. We have a honeymoon registry. No one has that. Guys and girls out there getting married, it's not a problem. Go out here and look at your registry, and when you go out there, it doesn't cost you a dime. You pick out where you want to go, where you want to do, and guess what? What comes out is they'll put this out there, and you get to go wherever you want and pick out. We don't want pots and pans or anything like that. We want to go to the islands. We want to make our dream vacation, and they can pay for everything right there, and you don't have to put a dime out there. They take care of it for you. It's amazing what we do. It's amazing, and we show you how you can do that as well. But not only that, we have with our membership, guess what? You want a hotel when you have the games, you go to the hotels, pick out the destination, check in anytime you feel like it. You be in Chicago, whatever the case may be, and you put in Chicago. You got your guys, you put in the hotel, when you want to check in, when you want to check out, and it works. It makes no difference. You want to go to the Rams game on the 19th, you can pull out there Los Angeles. You can put in Los Angeles, and what comes up is LA, and then you can pick out all kinds of hotels. I think it was the August 19th. You pick out that date, and you go to the 19th of August. You check out on the 20th. Going to be there for a day. And then it does a search. It's live. All the inventory will be there. There are no blackout dates. You can pick what you want, when you want, how you want. You go out and tailgate with your buddies. Hey, and it just comes up right there for you. It's amazing. And it's in live time. So it's finding the best deals for you right there. And the inventory is there. It's not going to be we don't have a room available. And the beauty of all this, it shows what the lowest price it is at the retail. And we're going to show you how you can go for wholesale with our price. Look at the Wayfair downtown. The lowest public price is $426. As a member, you're already saving $189. So it's going to cost you, with tax, $237 for the night. You got the Best Western. You're saving right there, $188. Going to the same hotel, everything's the same. The same hotels right there. It's amazing. And you got so many hotels to go through. Well, here's one for the Crenshaw Inn Motel. It's $103. We can go on and on. This is what we're saving, folks. As a member, you save $189 for going to a place. And if you need car rentals, we have car rentals as well. Not a problem. We want to show you can go get any car you want anywhere in the world. You want to pick it up any location. And we got Avis, Budget, Hertz, National Rental Cars, Enterprise, Alamo, all the cars, $1.50, Ace Rent-A-Car, Advantage, all the car rentals you have. We'll go a little faster because I know I'm on time constraints. But hey, we also have, since you are in LA, you can pick out whatever activity you want. It's amazing. You can pick out activities in Los Angeles, put in Los Angeles and they'll say everything that's going on in Los Angeles while you're doing it. If it was Chicago, you can do Chicago. And not only that, folks, we love to eat, folks. So you want to go ahead with restaurant savings. We're out there, we're having a great time at the game, and we want to find out something to eat. And guess what? You can get these tickets purchased right here. Let's put in a destination. Let's say you get all these $100 gift cards for just $12.49. I was in Sacramento with my daughters. Guess what? We went out to eat. The bill was $100. But since I had this registerrestaurants.com, I only had to pay $35. That's a $65 savings for what we want to do. If we want to go out to the Super Bowl, we want to go have food, and you can do this every day. I mean, you can do it for lunch, dinner, breakfast, whatever the case may be. Put your zip code in there and it works. It's amazing. And I know I don't have a lot of time, but I just want to show you some of the things that we have. And it is global also, folks. We speak all kinds of languages. If you have people that speak Spanish, French, Portuguese, Italian, Netherlands, Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Thailand, it's Malaysian, all these languages, folks. This is worldwide, global, and you can do it wherever you want. Your homes, weeks, it's so much there. Flights. I just want to give you a little bit of background of what we have, and I want to thank you for giving me that 5 minutes to show you exactly what we have. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that, Veronica. And I have my brother out there who is the man who surges also. Brother Clifton Sutton, yes.
Awesome job.
The money, man. We're gonna go out to Clifton, let him show you about the money. It is amazing. And we do the Men Who Surge every Saturday. If you wanna understand that, every Saturday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern, and you will be glad that you joined us. As it says, on a mission to build an empire and a legacy. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Well, absolutely. Go ahead, Veronica.
Yeah, woo, thank you, Dennis. Yeah, our membership is a one-stop shop. All in one-stop shop. You don't have to go nowhere else. Hey, great job, Dennis. Great job. Go ahead, Cliff.
Okay, you know what? My brother just laid it out. I'm telling you, he laid out all the, where you can go, what you can do, but you got to have money to do all that, right? So I'm about to show you how we can actually make, plenty of money, to be able to do that. Like Veronica was saying, my part is about the $25,000 you can have within your first 100 days. Who does that? Surge 365. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about, the $25,000 on the way to that. So our program is very, very simple. We have 3 packages that we do market. And the first package that we have is our junior executive. And then we have 2 executive packages. And the 2 executive packages are travel income package, and we call that the tip. And we also have our travel owners package, which is our top. So our tip and our top. So everyone starts at the junior executive level, and they transition to either one of our executive packages, our tip or our top. So that's how everybody gets started at the same level. And so at the junior executive level, so when 7 people are introduced to our junior executive level through you, and they commit to our program for our junior executive package, there is a $500 training bonus. So that just, just for sharing it with 7 individuals and they, commit to our program, you're gonna get an unlimited $500 bonus just for doing that, for sharing that. And so once the 7 junior executive or any junior executive, if they transition to one of our packages, our tip or our top, they transition to that. Let's say, for instance, you have 14 that transition to our income package, the travel income package. That's a $1,000 bonus. And these are unlimited as well. And so either our 7 top executive packages, and those are unlimited as well. So that's $1,000. So you can do either the tip or the top executive package once you transition to that. And so along the way, there are 2 $10,000 bonuses along the way. and a one-time $25,000 fast start bonus. So that's where that fast start bonus comes in for that $25,000. I'm just giving you a way that you get to that $25,000. So you start as a junior executive and transition to one of our executive packages, either a tip or a top. And along the way, there are two $10,000 bonuses and a one-time $25,000 fast start bonus. So our fast start bonus is paid with the first 100 days from the start of the junior executive. So I'm hoping you're following all of this, and this is definitely going to be recorded. So if you have any questions along the way, you can definitely contact Ms. Veronica, and she can get through to us. But along the way, so that's 100 days. So in other words, during the process of receiving the unlimited $500 bonuses and the $1,000 bonuses, and there is a running tally of individuals duplicating this process. And once this running tally reaches 100 in the first 100 days, guess what? There's a one-time $25,000, I love the word $25,000 bonuses, and that's added to the compensation. So the total compensation from this process will be well over $60,000 in your first 100 days from the start of your junior executive level. So that is our income right there in a nutshell. So, it's basically a very simple, like I said, and then we also have, for those that want to really ball, those high rollers that really want to high roll. And I know most of you brothers out there like to do that. So our directors program comes with 8 levels. We have 8-level directorship. Starting from our car program, we have several automobiles, that you can choose from. And I'm just going to kind of mention some of our automobiles here. We have the Jeep Wrangler, for those, at our first level. And then we also have, several ones, the Jaguar, the Mercedes-Benz, and we also have our BMW. So that's at another level. And once you continue to reach that, you're going to go to the Bentley. We have a Bentley. We also have the Ferrari. We also have, we rolling like that. So, and we also have that one-time coveted $1 million bonus on the table. And this is all at our director level. So if you're looking to be able to, take your business to the next level and to be able to earn that income. So, this is the perfect opportunity to do that. So she talked about, those men really going out there reaching for the stars. So we want you to be able to, to do that. So get back with Veronica, and she would definitely get back with us to be able to share more information with you. So thank you, Veronica, for allowing me to share this opportunity with my brother, Mr. Dennis Mott, out there doing it real big. So thank you so much, and back to you.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, that the $25,000 bonus and kind of like a matching, the $50,000, the minimum is minimum $50,000, right?
Absolutely.
So anyway, so what I am doing is because we have 32 means by which to earn income, okay, but I'm picking only the one. I want SurgeWallstreetLA to be known for the one, which is the $25,000 fast start bonus or the 100-day challenge. And so I want to have it where it'll become easier. There's a system that I, put together, created to make it possible for you to, to be easy to do it. So in other words, I told our coach, Tomer, I want this to become the norm and not the exception. Because we have people, get the 50K, right? In our business. But I want it to be everyone who comes in their first 100 days as a Surge Business Associate to at least think about going for it. Because right now, no one's really thinking about going for it because they don't think it's possible. So I want to make it at least fun. But you know what, Clifton, even if you don't make that 100, you still make some money along the way, right?
Absolutely. They say
there, right?
when you shoot for the stars, you're going to land amongst when you shoot for the moon, you're going to land amongst the stars. So wherever you land, you're going to be landed, with riches, right?
Okay, so Q&A. So we want Q&A right now time. So anyone there who have some questions? Now, this is just a brief overview because once we get to 39, okay, we're going to have more intense training where you get all of this, what Dennis was saying, what Clifton was saying, you're going to get it, black and white, okay, in actual training. So this is just a brief overview to wet your whistle to see if you want to go to the next step. So we have any questions out there? Could you guys unmute? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Dexter?
Yes, you're good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. Are there any questions? Ask the audience if they want any questions. So we did a great job, I guess, huh?
Absolutely. I think we did. I think we answered all of their questions, you know, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I have
So,
a comment.
so-
If I could make a comment, I just like to
Go
make
ahead.
a comment. Again, you know, I think, you know, businesses, well, I don't think, I know that businesses like you all are presenting today is a good, you know, like turnkey operation, a good business to get started for those entrepreneurs that don't really know, you know, what type of business to start, or those folks that just want to have what we used to call back in the day moonlight income, just some sidebar income
Side
that you can
hustle.
raise money with. Side hustle, there you go, little side hustle. This is a good turnkey operation. The travel industry, and I know you all know the figures better than I do, but multi-billion-dollar industry.
Trillion.
Okay, excuse
Trillion.
me. Thank you for the correction.
8.1 trillion. That's the size of
Okay,
it.
multi-trillion-dollar industry.
With the T.
And regardless on what the media is talking about the recession, regardless on, and you see what's happening in the airports. I don't know if y'all watch keeping up with the news. I only watch like 30 minutes to an hour worth of news every day just to stay updated. But you see all the people in line at the airports. That just shows you how many people are traveling out there. You know,
Yeah.
and looking for deals. So I'm sure that you all do cover airline tickets as well.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So like I
Yeah.
said, you know, it's a great industry, a great market, and, you know, definitely reaching out to the community of folks that's looking for an opportunity to start a business or to have something on the side to make a supplement some income. I think that is this is a great opportunity for that. So thank you all for presenting today.
You're welcome. Yeah, it is. It is a turnkey, and they give you marketing material. We have a wonderful app. It's like a CRM, okay, where you can put your prospects in. And I remember Arnetta talking about, you know, with her CRM, how she's able to connect it to her Shopify. So I think that will be able to happen, you know, with our search too. We also have a mobile app. We have a business expense tracking system. Yes, where you can keep your personal away from your business expense. So that's done for you too, but track your miles in it. We have so much. This is such a wonderful company. So anyway, so any more questions out there? And we're gonna keep it recorded. Dr. Fraser, would you like to be recorded? We can go ahead and Dexter, are you done with your comment? Because then we can have Dr. Fraser, you know, go ahead and speak.
I don't want to take any time away from Dr. Fraser, but I did want to mention our destination guide. If I have a minute, can you give me 2 minutes?
Please
All
do.
righty,
Yeah. You have till 2:05.
All righty, let me just pull it up real quick. And thank you, Arnetta. I'm sorry. God bless me. Ardina and Ernesto, part of our marketing team, for joining today. I just want to tell a little brief story, show you all a little something to show you what we are working on here with LA South Chamber. Yes, we have a Chamber of Commerce covering South Los Angeles. I'm just gonna let this little slide showcase while I talk a little bit. We have a Chamber of Commerce, and this is going to segue into our speaker, our keynote speaker today, Dr. Fraser. Dr. Fraser, I've been studying your work since I was in college, and that was years ago. So you helped build the blueprint. So you're responsible for some of the things that we do in our organization, because you were helped build the foundation about the networking. I read Success Running Our Race, I don't know, numerous of times, but networking is the key. And in our community of Los Angeles, South Los Angeles, we created this organization. We practice the principles of Kwanzaa, our 4 principles, our business development, advocacy, networking, and community engagement, which we call HOPE, helping other people every day. So I just wanted to show you all one of our main projects here, which is our destination guide. And again, I cannot take all the credit for this. This is a wonderful team of folks. We have Ernesto Camado, who's our marketing director. We have Ardina Brooks, designs by Ardina, who handles a lot of our graphics. Matter of fact, she designed our cover and a lot of our ads that's in the magazine. And then we have Arnetta Mack, who handles a lot of our communications. So this team right here is the one that published this publication. Why do we have this publication? Well, let me just scroll down just a little bit. And if you can see here, this is the official visitor's guide for Los Angeles. And you see 2020, but I went as far back as 2016. And if you can see on the right-hand side of my screen, hopefully it's on the right of your side, you see a little map there. And then you see a whiteout area right here. Well, that whiteout area represents South Los Angeles, okay? And as you all just mentioned, the travel tourist industry is a $1 trillion industry. So we still have systemic racism going on right underneath our nose, right here in South Los Angeles. No, it was not a mistake. No, it was not an overlook. Okay, when you feature different towns and different cities of Los Angeles, and this is focused and tailored and geared to tourists that's coming to Los Angeles. And you all know we have a lot of huge events. We just had the Super Bowl last year. This next month, we have the Major League Baseball All-Star game here in LA. Next year, we're going to have the National College Football Championship game. And then just recently announced earlier this week, the World Cup will be here as well. So, and then of course, you all know the Olympics is coming to town. So a multi-trillion-dollar industry, and our community has systematically been left out of that. So what do we do about it? As Dr. Fraser would say, you could get, you say, what are you going to do about it? So what we did about it is we created our own magazine. And there you have it. The LA South Chamber Destination Guide covers all of South Los Angeles. And in this guide, we talk about our stories, we talk about our communities, we talk about our businesses, and we tell our narrative. And we showcase and highlight businesses in our city. So that's networking at its best. So I just wanted to share that with you all. Our next edition, our next magazine is going to be published and released in August of this year. It's going to be exciting. It's a lot of good information that's in there, some new communities that we added, great advertisers in there. So the guide will be both in print as well as digital. So I just wanted to introduce our project, the South LA Destination Guide. As we segue into our speaker, Dr. George Fraser. He's the chairman and CEO of FraserNet Incorporated, a company he founded 32 years ago to lead a global networking and economic development movement for people of African descent. Dr. Fraser was born in Brooklyn, New York. He was an orphan and a foster child for 15 years. Didn't know that. He spent 20 years in executive leadership position with Procter & Gamble, United Way, and Ford Motor Company before starting his own business, FraserNet Incorporated, in 1987. He is the author of 6 best-selling books, including my favorite, Success Runs in Our Race. Like I said, I read it about 10 times and highlighted it and everything else. And most recently, Mission Unstoppable, Extraordinary Stories of Failures, Blessings, a book he co-authored with Les Brown. Upscale Magazine named him one of the top 50 power brokers in Black America, and Black Enterprise Magazine called him Black America's #1 networker, featuring him on his cover. As a matter of fact, I have Dr. Fraser quotes. If you look at our website, I'll pull that up later on as he's speaking, but you look at our website, I quoted Dr. Fraser a lot when it comes down to networking, because that networking, building relationships is the key. Dr. Fraser has received numerous awards and citations, including induction into the Minority Business Hall of Fame and Museum. He has 3 honorary doctorate degrees, and he's certified financial education. He's a certified financial education instructor and has an insurance license. Didn't know that either. He has been named one of the best speakers in America, and 5 of his speeches has been selected for global distribution by the prestigious Vital Speeches of the Day magazine, a first for any professional speaker in America. In 2016, President Barack Obama awarded Dr. Fraser the President's Lifetime Achievement Award. So we could go on and on about the schools that he's in Cleveland, Ohio. He's founded, a lot of work that Dr. Fraser is doing. He's a lifetime, like I said, he's committed his lifetime of helping our community be successful. Definitely a guru on networking, and networking is key. If all of you all know, our chamber has over 400 members. We're in our 7th year, 400 members, and we're all about networking. So again, you will see the Dr. Fraser's work and what we do every day in this organization. So without further ado, I'd like to present Dr. George Fraser. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, and thank you, Dexter, for that illustrious introduction. And thank you, Veronica. Am I on speaker view? Can you see me, or am I up in the corner?
I'll put you on speaker view.
Okay. All right. So, Veronica, thank you for having me on. Thank you for the great work that you are doing within the entire travel industry. And I am a traveler. I have a unique distinction in the travel world. I have 10.5 million frequent flyer miles. I've been to 37 countries, and I love traveling. There's just no question about it. It is a wonderful way to grow, get to know the world, to get outside of your own space. And this is a large and incredible world that we live in. And we need to travel as much as we can because it's part of our growth and education process. We need to get our children started early in traveling, and that's simply by taking them with us to places in which we go. So I really feel you. I really feel the work that your team is doing. And I think, it's an extraordinarily important part of what I call edutainment. You can get educated and entertained at the same time when you travel. So it's a beautiful thing, and I applaud all of you for that. Veronica, how much time? I want to respect the time that I have, and how much time do I have? So I'll fit my remarks into the time that we have. It's what, 15 minutes, you said?
Dexter, we said that he has all the time that he wants, right, Dexter?
Absolutely, we're good.
Well,
yes. Yeah.
You're generous, and I love you for that. Thank you. But I'll, people often say that listening to me is like drinking water from a fire hose. So I don't want to drown anybody today. There are just 3 things I want to touch on. I'll struggle, and it's not as long as what it sounds like. Networking, and you alluded to it and talked about it. I just want to give a 30,000-foot view of the power and importance of the human connection, especially when it comes to business, because business is about relationships. Without relationships, you have no business. Without relationships, you have no business being in business. In fact, the business you're really in case no one has told you, you're in the business of building relationships. That's the business you're in. And I'll unpack that for a few minutes in my closing remarks. Let me begin with the struggle. And the reason I want to start with that, because there is a quote, and I'm going to give it to you directly, that I happen to be in the presence of this person in the room in 1962. And this quote changed my life. I didn't know that at the time. I was a young kid. I was 17 years old. But the seeds that were planted have ultimately been the North Star of my entire life. But let me, I got ahead of myself. Let me start with this thought. All of us, we are all drinking from wells that we did not dig, that we are all standing on the shoulders of giants. A 350-year fight so that we could meet, do our business, love on each other on a Zoom call, and do what we really love. A 250-year fight for our freedom from 1619 to 1864. We must never forget that. 12 generations fought and died for our freedom. A 100-year fight for civil rights, voting rights, and public access. We must never forget that. So we're talking about really nearly 20 generations of work. We are standing on the shoulders of giants. The deeper question that we have to ask when we understand that insight, brothers and sisters, is this: are we worthy of that legacy? And if you feel that we are worthy of nearly a 20-generation bloody fight, the deeper question than that is, what then will be our legacy? What will our children's children be saying about us 200 years from now? What will be the legacy of Generation X, Y, Z, and Generation Alpha? We know what the legacy is of baby boomers. I'm the oldest of the baby boomers at 77 years old. Our legacy is civil rights, voting rights, and public access, fair housing. That's our legacy. That's the discussion that will be held about us hundreds of years from now. I'm talking about Generation X, Y, Z, and Generation Alpha, my children and my grandchildren, and then their children and their children and their children. I pray to God that our legacy does not end with the civil rights struggle. I am praying to God that our children's legacy will be business development, closing the income and wealth gap, and understanding the power and importance of the human connection. That's what I hope their legacy will be. Now, to this quote. It is a quote made in 1962 by Stokely Carmichael. You might know him as Kwame Ture. You also may know him as one of the right hands of Dr. Martin Luther King during the civil rights struggle. Stokely was a little different than Andy Young and the others that worked with Dr. King. He was a stone cold revolutionary. 1962, I was in an audience. I didn't really know Stokely. I was just excited about his rhetoric, so that's why I was there. And he said this, and I never forgot it. And as I said earlier, it has been the North Star of my life. I quote Stokely Carmichael directly. I'm not paraphrasing. This is the quote. No person in this country, no Black person in this country makes any advancement solely based on his or her talent or worth. All individual advancement is based on mass struggle. We make no progress in this world without shedding our blood. Therefore, your advancement and success does not belong to you. It belongs to our people. And if you do not use your success or advancement for the benefit of your people. It is a betrayal of the people who shed their blood for you. Mic drop. No question. Solid gold. We, as Black people, are out of our natural minds. We do not know who we really are. I wish that we did. Many do, but most don't. That we are the children of the slaves that would not die. That we have the genetic encoding of the great kings and queens of Africa, that we were building pyramids and solving complex engineering problems when other cultures were living in caves, practicing cannibalism. And in spite of the fact that America kept its foot on our throat for 350 years, we overcame that and rose like the phoenix. So if everything happens for a reason and serves us in some special way, we will never understand that reason looking forward, and we will only understand it looking backwards, if that is in fact the truth, and it is. Maybe we were not brought here. Maybe we were sent here. Do you believe that God would put his weakest people here to do his toughest job? I don't think so. How could an America who could morally, spiritually, and biblically justify the kidnapping, raping, and pillaging of another two people, natives already in America for thousands of years, and Africans brought to America? Perhaps had God not sent African people here, America might have self-destructed by now. They know who we are. We don't. But we must. And we must stop acting like we don't know who we are, or acting in ways that are not representative of our greatness and of our real power. Toni Morrison said what Stokely Carmichael said a little bit differently. The great Toni Morrison, the Nobel Prize winning author in literature and the Pulitzer Prize winning author in literature, the great late Toni Morrison, said it differently. She said, if you are free, you need to free somebody else. If you have some power, then your job is to empower somebody else. Dr. John Henry Clark said it a little bit different, the great African-centered philosopher, mentor to Malcolm X. He said, take what you do best and do it for your people. This is what we must do. This is what you are doing. You're growing and building businesses. You're providing opportunity, discounts, special offers, special deals for travel. You're encouraging us to travel, and we must. And I applaud you for that. We need many more like you. You will succeed in your business, and you've already said it. I'm not saying to you anything that you've not already heard before. 35 years ago, I wrote a book. Yes, I said 35 years ago. It's called Success Runs in Our Race. And Dexter mentioned it. This is the book. 35 years ago, I wrote this book. I had a vision. It is the first book on networking written specifically to Black folk. It is a modern day classic. It is required reading in 57 historically Black colleges. It is the book that started the networking conversation in Black America and started the networking movement. If there will be a single thing that will be my legacy before I'm out of here at 77, I'm 77 now, it probably will be the content contained within that book, which still sells 10,000 copies every year on Amazon. Now, other than the Bible, how many books that are 35 years old still selling 10,000 copies? If you were to read that book today, it would be like I wrote it yesterday. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying. The essence of that message was simple. You're the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. The fastest way to change yourself is to hang out with people who are already where you want to be. Let me say that a different way. Don't spend major time with minor people. People going nowhere want you to go nowhere with them. People doing nothing want you to do nothing with them. If you want to change your life, change your relationships. If you are not where you want to be in life, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, is because you don't have the right people in your life. It's no more complicated than that. When you start pointing the finger at somebody else, you know that there are 4 fingers pointing right back at you. You chose your relationships. The most powerful asset that you will have in the 21st century, brothers and sisters, will not be your computer. I'm sorry. It will be your relationships. Let me repeat an earlier quote, and don't forget it. We're all in business, and business is about relationships. Without relationships, you have no business. Without relationships, you have no business being in business. In fact, the business you're really in, the business God wants you to be in, is the business of building relationships and understanding the power of the human connection. This is how we have been designed. There is no success that you can attain, sustain, or maintain on your own, by yourself, in a vacuum. Genesis 1:31. And God saw everything he made, and he said, behold, it was good. There's only one time in the entire Bible that God was not happy with what he created. It's in Genesis 2:18. And the Lord said, it is not good for man to be alone. I will make him a helper comparable to him. And then we had Eve. There is a biblical declaration in the Bible on the human connection. It is a direct quote from Jesus Christ. There are 800,000 words in the Bible. Only 1,200 words are direct quotes from Jesus Christ. John 5:30. And Jesus said, I of my own self can do nothing. Now, this was Jesus, the Son of God. He couldn't get it done on his own, by himself, in a vacuum. So what's up with you? Again, why would you think you could do anything significant, anything worth talking about on your own, by yourself, in a vacuum? You can't. God's love of connection is very clear. And he gave us 2 ways to ensure that we would connect. God wants more and more of his children to be born. So the 2 connections he gave us is sex and money. Dr. Fraser, why sex? The goal of sex is procreation, creating more of God's children to serve you and for you to serve. How did he motivate us with sex? Ecstasy. In the performance of sex, there is an ecstasy that you cannot achieve with anything else in life. And then there's a hell with sex too. Create God's children, of which a few you must take care of, and screw that up. There will be hell to pay. You will live in a living hell. Sex. It's one of the ways that he gave us to ensure connection. Money is a second. Why money, Dr. Fraser? Money is the primary incentive to provide service. As you serve, you earn. The more you serve, the more skills you have, the better educated you become, the smarter you become, the more you earn. Now, there's hell to pay with money too. Do not work on building your skills. Do not be invested in personal growth and development, lifelong learning, and constant never-ending improvement, and there will be hell to pay. You will not earn money. You cannot earn money in a good and righteous way without providing a service. Service is for character. It helps us to build our character. The great Malcolm Gladwell, the writer, I just finished reading his latest book, The Bomber Mafia, wonderful book. I have his entire library up in my library behind me, said the most common attribute of the rich are friends, contacts, and connections. Rich people have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends and a lot of connections. That's why I've spent 50 years of my life making the most important decisions of my life. Who are going to be my friends? Who's in my network? Who's going to be my life partner? We would call that a wife or husband. Well, I've been married to the same sister for 50 years. I had the same business partner until he died of cancer a couple of years ago for 35 years. These are critical decisions. Wealthy people have a lot of friends. Let me say that a different way. I hope it doesn't sound crude. I don't mean it to sound this way. It's just a fact. The measure of your wealth is other people. The human connection is what God wanted for all of his children. You cannot make it without it. One human being serving another human being equals wealth. Without other people to serve, you and you them, you have nothing. Let me repeat that. Without other people to serve you and you them, you have nothing. I call the human connection customer service. And for me, customer service is close to worship service. We also know that many is always smarter than one. We make money by giving, not taking. Therefore, you must give until it hurts and then give until it feels good. That's how we make money. Giving. If you have nothing, it's because you've given nothing. That you cannot take out of life that which you have not put into life, just as you cannot take out of the bank that which you have not put into the bank. Now, you don't believe me? Go to Wells Fargo, try to take some money out of Wells Fargo you have not put in. It's the same with life. This is how God has designed the system. And money is simply a verification that value between you and someone else was exchanged. Let's call it, instead of calling it money, we'll call it certificates of appreciation. So if I coach someone and they pay me $500, I don't look at it as $500. I look at it as 500 certificates of appreciation. Now, we know that money alone does not make you happy. It's how you earn it, and it's how you share it. Now, there's a deal. God has made a deal. And the deal is very simple. You know what the deal is. But let me remind you, your capacity to earn is within your control. But the deal with God is that whatever you earn, you do not keep 100% of it. The deal is 10% must be given away. That's the deal. Now, whether you tithe to your church or invest in good causes, young people, scholarships, whatever, 10% must be given away. You keep 90%. That's a pretty good deal. If you ain't giving, you ain't getting. I said it before. If you have nothing, it's because you've given nothing. Finally, on this point, God prefers equity versus debt. The nature of money is debt converted to equity. You go into debt to buy a home, but you convert it over time into equity. Many go into debt to get an education, but over time, you convert that education into equity. Connectivity, that's what we're talking about, the human connection, produces growth. That's what it does. It produces growth. Without it, you will not have it. It's like a plant without water. It's the same thing. You plant a seed in cultivated soil. You water the seed. You give it water. You give it fertilizer. And you give it time. And then over time, the seed flowers and bears fruit in great abundance. So what's the bottom line on all of this? Know who you are. Know your purpose and your mission. You know that it's 1 trillion to 1 that you're here. That sperm cell It's 1 out of a trillion, is you. Always be connecting with quality people. If they're not quality people, bless them and release them. Spend 90% of your time with people that you need, and they need you. We become like the people we spend the most time with. Show support of your friends. Attend, follow, and like the events and the posts and the interactions of the people in your network. Care. And always provide constant help. Model the behavior that you expect from our people and that you expect from your children. Let me say that a different way. Your children are not listening to you. They're watching you. And your children are going to do what you do, not what you say. Mama taught me many years ago. She said, Georgie boy, what you do speaks so loudly, I can't hear what you say. I see your mouth running. I see you flapping your lips. But are you doing what you're talking about? You can preach a better sermon by living it, not by preaching it. I close with an opportunity. August the 3rd through the 6th, we will be celebrating our 21st Power Networking Conference in Houston, Texas. 50 all-star faculty members, baddest brothers and sisters on the planet. Of course, Forbes magazine named the Power Networking Conference one of the top 5 conferences in America not to be missed. Not one of the top 5 Black conferences, but one of the top 5 of all conferences produced in this country. It's a place where you come to access the people you need to succeed, to access the people you need to present your opportunities to. There'll be 1,000 top Black professionals, business owners, and community leaders, and they are travelers. That's what they do. The people I hang with travel all over the world. Now, how do I know? Because I do trips to Egypt, and we're doing a big trip to South Africa. So it's a traveling audience. It's high end. It's a place you ought to be, not only for the education and the power networking, but the business opportunities and access to people that think like you need to know, and they need to know you. This is our 21st year. We're very proud of this event. There is nothing like it in Black America. It is the only Black conference that focuses on networking. It's entitled the Power Networking Conference. In fact, I created that term, power networking. Be there. It will be one of the best investments of time, talent, and treasure that you can make this year. It's a life-changing experience, and I want to invite you to come. I want to give you something to incentivize you to come. I want to make you a special offer. Now, you can go to the website. I don't even want to take the time to list all the people that will be there. You can go to the website, www.powernetworkingconference.com, www.powernetworkingconference.com, the entire faculty, photographs, etc., and the entire agenda for 4 days, every minute of each day. You can see it on the website. There's a video on the website as well. So everything you need to know to make a decision. But I'm going to incentivize you right now to make a decision right now. When you go to the website and you attempt to register, you will see what the prices are, obviously. One adult to come to our conference, and we sell them out every year, is $1,500, $1,495. We encourage you to bring a young person, 17 to 25. I believe that Black people should be no longer meeting without inviting our young people, 17 to 25 college age. It's a conference primarily focused on cultural minorities, melanated people. And we discuss only 3 things for 4 intense days: business, money, and wellness. Psychological wellness and physical wellness, because they're connected. Those are the only 3 things that we discuss. And we bring the best faculty, the best subject matter experts, certainly in our culture. So I invite you to come. A student registration is $800. An adult registration is $1,500 in round numbers. That's $2,300. I'm going to take $1,700 off of that and give you that package for $599. You and a young adult, 17 to 25. Now, if you don't have a young adult, we will just provide that registration as a scholarship in your name to a young adult in Houston. And there are plenty of them. So that's my gift to you. Now, I'm going to limit it to 4 people. It's a crazy offer. The first 4 people. The only way you can get it, you cannot get it on the site. There is no promotion code. You have to get it directly through me. And it's simple. You just email me at Fraser, spelled the way you see it on the screen here, Fraser at FraserNet, one word, FraserNet.com, Fraser at FraserNet.com. In the subject line, just simply say, I'm in. That's it. In the body of the email, put your full name and your cell number. Your full name and your cell number in the body of the email. I will personally call you, and we will handle our business over the phone. That's the offer. First come, first serve. It's a love offering. It's the right thing to do. And I hope that there was something I said this evening that resonated. Would love to see you at the conference. I love what you're doing. I want to put you in the middle of 1,000 people to travel. Now, how do we know they're traveling? Because they come into Houston, and the overwhelming majority of the people will be really from around the world. It's a global conference. So it's good business and it's smart business. If you want to meet important people, you have to be where important people are. They're not coming to you. Go to them And it will blow your mind. I know in many ways I'm singing to the choir. I mean, the primary requisite of being successful at what you are doing is effective networking, power networking, really. So you'll be like a goldfish in water at the Power Networking Conference. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I close with one little quote. It's my favorite quote. Actually, it's a John Maxwell quote, and I love this quote. You are not what you think you are, but you are what you think. Amen. Ashe.
Thank you so much, Dr. Fraser.
Can you repeat that one more time? I was trying to get it. I was doing